Okay.
She said it's fine.
Yeah, whatever. You said you're not gonna laugh, and then you laughed. I laughed.
Okay.
So, I want to start off by saying thank you for being here today. And what necessarily happened, or what are the reasons you decided to come to a counseling session?
So I guess I'm here today because my parents, they want me to come in and talk to somebody, I guess, because they don't like what's going on in my life.
Right.
So
what, can you elaborate a little bit about what is happening in your life?
So they don't like this relationship I'm in. I'm seeing this guy, and I guess, like, he's not the best influence, and they don't like him. Like, they don't want him anywhere near the house or anything like that.
So how long have you two been in this relationship?
About 6 months.
Right, so it's...
And, I don't know, I guess, like, they are right in saying that it's not healthy. Like, we don't, like, have, like, good habits of things that we do, so...
Okay. Do you mind if I ask what type of habits those are not?
So they think that he is, like, a drug addict, which I guess he kind of is, because he, like, is always, before I even met him, like, his thing is, like, he does, like, lots and lots of, like, harder drugs. So, like, the average, like, it's not just smoking weed, it's, like, more than that. It's not just drinking, like,
it's consistent.
Yeah, and it's, like, not even just a weekend thing. It's, like, just when we're bored. And it used to be, like, when we first started dating, it would be, like, our whole group of friends would hang out, and we'd have, like, this thing that, like, we would call it, like, church. Like, everyone would come over to his garage, because it's, like, fully furnished garage with, like, you know, it's, like, a little, like, seating area, like a den, I guess, yeah. And we all would hang out and, like, smoke weed and get high, and then sometimes, like, he would have, like, other things, and we would do that, and it would be, like, a weekend thing. But then now it's turned into, like, just us. Like, we, like, just stay home and, like, don't hang out with anyone else, and we just get high.
So, like, isolate yourself from everything.
Yeah, like
friends and family.
Like, we don't go out, like, and I haven't, like, been going to family events because of it, because, like, I just don't feel comfortable around my parents, because, like, they, like, family members will ask, like, oh, like, are you, like, seeing anyone? Like, you know, just, like, what's going on in my life. And, like, I don't really want to tell them, like, this, like, who I'm seeing and what I'm doing, so.
Has he given effort to try to, like, be around your family at all, or you're the one that kind of has to, if you do it?
He would want to come over, it's just that, like, he knows that they don't like him, and, like, my mom is very, like, if I don't like you, you know it.
Okay.
Kind of attitude, so, like, he would come over occasionally, and she would just be, like, rude to him. And it was just uncomfortable, so we would just go, like, hide in my room or whatever. Or we'd leave and go to his house, because his parents, like, don't care. They let us do what we want, and no questions asked. Yeah, totally different. Right. And sometimes, like, his dad, like, does those things, like, with us. Like, he's also kind of
partaking in it.
Yeah, so it's, like, a normal thing.
So you feel sort of you feel uncomfortable bringing him around your family just because of, obviously, like, the drug use or abuse that he partakes in, and you don't necessarily feel that your family's going to approve of it?
Yeah, well, they know what he does, and they basically, like, call him, like, a cokehead, and, like, they make, like, snarky comments, and they're not, like, never have anything nice to say. Like, before, they used to have problems with me just, like, smoking weed, and then, like, when I started hanging out with this guy and, like, the new group of friends that came with it, like, they could, like, just tell that, like, it's more than weed and something's going on, so.
That must be kind of hard to, like, have that relationship with him being completely separate to the relationship you have with your family.
And
it seems like you're close with your family.
Like, me and my mom were, like, best friends, like, everything together, like, anything would happen, and I'd like call her and tell her because I was just excited about something. Like literally my best friend, and then like now it's like we don't talk to each other at all, and it's just weird because like I can't like tell her like, oh, like I did this today and blah 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 because I don't feel comfortable.
It's not the same
anymore. Yeah, it's not the same as it was like a year ago, because we started hanging out about a year ago with like the friend group, but then like we became like a dating thing like 6 months ago. So,
do you feel like there is something your boyfriend could do to sort of give the effort to be a part of your family in that sense, or is it more just because your mom is like, if I don't like you, I don't like you?
Yeah, I think it's more because of my mom. Like, it's almost like a guilt thing. Like, she makes me feel guilty. Like, if I'm leaving the house, she'll like make like comments like, oh, you're gonna go out and hang with him and you're not gonna like come with us, kind of thing. That she makes me feel bad about it, and then that kind of just makes me angry. Like, I don't like, it doesn't make me like want to come back and like spend time with him. It makes me like feel like I'm being pushed further away.
So kind of like wanting to be with him even more because
like it's like
being accepted in a way.
And like he's not a bad person. Like he's very like kind and he treats me right. He just has a problem, and his problems are being brought on to me. And I never used to like be like that. So,
well, I mean, you've noticed that being in this relationship has like
like
changed you.
Like I know it in myself. Like I know that like it's not good and it's not gonna last forever, and then I need to like do something about it. Like I've tried helping him because he didn't graduate high school, so I like really pushed him to get his GED, and like it took him like months and months to do it, but he finally did get his GED, and like it is because of me.
Yeah.
Like he tells me like I would have never like got my GED because of you, and then like I tell my mom about it because I'm like excited about it, and like she doesn't care. Like I'm like, see, like he can change, he can get better. Like he's got his GED, that's like the first step, and she just doesn't see it. So
she's so bad.
Yeah, she just sees that he's like ruining me and stuff like that. So,
so like you said, you felt very angry because you can't go to your mom the way you used to be able to.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe your only choice is to end the relationship completely? And is that something that you necessarily want to do?
I mean, I'm like on a fence. I'm like half and half. Like half of me is like I have nobody else, and I'm like it's almost like I'm with him because I'm like lonely. And I think maybe I kind of used him as like a rebound from my previous relationship.
Okay.
And like I know that like I don't really like genuinely like I'm not in love with him, and he tells me that he is in love with me, and I don't say it back. Like sometimes I do, but like it's not real, and I feel like crap because it's like you don't want to like not tell someone the truth, and I don't know, it's just like puts me in an awkward situation. But then the other half of me is like I could change him, I could fix him, like I like so badly want to like help him get better and get him like clean and stuff, but it's just I don't see it happening. Like I think it's just would be overall like healthier for me to get away, but I like I'm scared to get away from him because then I'd have like nobody else. It would just be like me by myself and like
being in the relationship.
And I don't even know if like I'll have my like mom back and my family back if I end it, or if it's just gonna continue how it is.
Because it made everything kind of sour with your family. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you clearly want or have the desire for change.
Yeah.
And I feel like this situation has made you grow as a person. But going back to what you said about wanting him to change and like sort of fixing him, do you think that doing that kind of like deteriorates like you building on yourself if you're just giving the energy to somebody else?
What do you mean by that? Like,
so
I don't get it.
naturally, as an empathetic person, you want to fix other people because you want them to see what you see in them. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes when we give that energy to these people constantly, we're kind of, like, pouring more than we have.
Okay.
So, like, kind of, like, taking away from giving that energy to yourself and focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
You're overdoing it to somebody else.
I mean, I definitely, like, put all my time and energy into him.
Mm.
And, like, there's times when I, like, will, like, miss out on, like, doing my schoolwork. Like, I'll, like, won't do my schoolwork because I'm, like, hanging out with him and, like, getting high with him, and then I'll, like, will fall asleep, and then, you know, and then I won't want to, like, do my homework after that. Like, I just want to do nothing.
Yeah.
So, he definitely, like, has brought down, like, motivation in myself. Like, even my mom has even said that, like, he, like, has ruined, like, your, like, spark of, like, wanting to, like, do things. Like, even, like, how I dress, like, I would always, like, try to, like, look nice and, like, dress, like, up, I guess. And, like, now, like, I literally, like, I would never leave the house in sweatpants or with my hair up. I would always have my hair, like, down and brushed and in jeans or something. And, like, now I leave the house in, like, sweatpants and, like, slide sandals on and don't care. Like, it's, like, gross. Like, it's, like, it's not healthy. So, like, I definitely see the difference. But it's, like, I also don't care. Like, I don't, like, feel like I care enough about myself to change.
Okay. I think what we can start from there is, like, finding those ways within yourself to care about yourself, you know, like, and what are some different things you can do for self-care, or, like, showing yourself the appreciation that you're not really giving yourself at the moment.
Yeah, like, I don't know how I would, like, start changing, like...
Mm-hmm. So what are some things you like to do alone?
I like to draw, I guess, and, I'm in a photography class, so I would do that in my spare time. But, like, sometimes it's fun because, like, I'll, like, go out with him and he'll be, like, my, like, model for photography. And, like, we'll go out and, like, make a day of it. But, like, it always, like... But it's, like, we can't just go out and, like, go do that sober. Like, it's a homework assignment. And, like, we're not doing it sober. We'll go out and we'll, like, get high. And then we'll go, like, do my assignment and take pictures in the forest or wherever it is that we want to go. It's, like, I shouldn't be, like, getting high and then, like, doing my homework and stuff like that. It's, like, that comes before everything, I guess.
So I guess that's where I would fall back on, like, you wanting to do these things alone. So not saying that, like, it's a distraction or not, or if it is or it isn't, but at least this way you have that time with yourself and that time apart from what you think is sort of, like...
I think I'm just, like, scared to be, like, alone, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, I just, like, I don't want to do those things alone. Like, I always want, like, us to, like, go do that stuff together. Like, he doesn't want to. He doesn't have the motivation. He just wants to watch TV and hang out all day in his pajamas, and...
It's not necessarily what you want to do all the time.
Yeah, and, like, he doesn't realize that I have to do homework and, like, stuff like that. Yeah, and he, like, doesn't understand that, I guess. So, because he doesn't have any responsibilities other than he goes to work. But even like that, like, works at Walmart. He's gonna, like, his plan is, like, he even says, like, my plan is to, like, work at Walmart until I die, basically. Like, I just want to die. Like, he, like, talks about it all the time, and, like, I think it, like, rubs off.
A negative.
Yeah.
Negativity.
Like, he always talks about wanting to die, so...
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Especially when you care about a person.
Yeah. And it's like, if I leave him, is he gonna die? Like, I don't want to be the reason that happens. So.
And you don't want to carry that guilt. But at the same time, you don't... I guess in a way you can't blame yourself for the actions other people do. Yes, it's going to affect you, especially if you're in his life.
Yeah.
And part of you doesn't want it, and then part of you does.
Yeah.
And that's like a battle within yourself that I feel like coming to therapy will help you sort of, like, squash the problem internally.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like a decision I have to like make. Like I know deep down I have to like do something to address it, but it's just like I feel like when I first started like dating him 6 months ago, I would tell my friends like, oh, like this is just a fling, like that's it, like we're not gonna last longer than like a month, like we're not like seriously like dating, it's just like a fling and we're just hang out. And then like now it's like become more than that, and I feel like even though like I know that it has to end, I'm not gonna like I don't have like the courage to end it.
You've invested a lot of like feelings and time in this relationship.
Yeah,
so I mean she was right. 15 minutes goes by pretty fast. Do we have like a conclusion?
I think so.
How do they close this? I could ask, like, do you feel sort of like a relief by just even talking about it, like in your first session? Like, do you think this is something that like will help you, or?
I think so. I think it might like, even though I'm kind of like stubborn about it and I don't like want to be here, I feel like maybe like talking to someone could make me realize like, or like push me to like do what's best for me, because like I'm kind of like, I guess I'm like a quarter of the way there. Like I know what's best, I know what to do, but I just need like somebody to like push me along, I guess. So.
Well, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. See you next week.